Hello and welcome to the tutorial video for the violin one part of Sahara Crossing by Richard Meyer. Before we begin playing, I'd like to bring your attention to a few things in the music. The first thing that we want to address in this piece is just the roadmap. Now this is another one of those pieces where we go through and we see a sign but we ignore it, right? We play all the way down to where we see DS L coda. And the DS stands again for del segno, which means to go back to the sign. You'll find the sign at measure 27. You'll play on from 27 until measure 40 where you see 2 coda. And once you've played this measure, you need to go find measure 64 where we'll play the coda and finish out the piece. A couple things in terms of counting. You'll notice at the beginning you have a measure that has a block with a 2 over it. That's telling you to count 2 measures of rests for it, so that's 8 beats. And then same thing right at 62, 63. So this will actually give you some time when you have that DS to go ahead and find measure 27. A couple other considerations in terms of our notes. The very second note that you play is an E flat, and an E flat is played lower than an E natural would normally be. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. If you look also at measure 60, you have a B flat, which looks the same. You have that little symbol that looks kind of like a B, this tiny B, but it's telling us to lower our finger a little bit. Now, if everyone could just take a look at our instrument. When we have E, we normally would play this on the tape, our first finger on the tape. And the same thing B natural, we play it on the tape. But in this instance, when you see the accidentals are flats, sharps, or naturals. Here we have a flat. We're going to lower our finger and slide it back just behind that tape. That's going to produce for us an E flat. On the A string, B natural, we slide that one back. That's going to produce a B flat for us. Now, I'll show you this and then I'll show you the music. There also is a note, G natural, that we have to play. It's going to look like where you would play C natural, which occurs in this piece too. It's going to be a lowered 2. But G natural, lower 2 on the E string, C natural, as we know, on the A string. You'll find those in the music. First you have C natural, I think 2 times. Here in measure 24, you have to play a low, that B flat, and then stretch your second finger up to reach the C natural. The other time you have C natural is in measure 55. Thank you. C is right there. And so you'll have to do the same thing. We want to be careful coming from that D that our second finger will want to come up and play C sharp, but make sure it comes back to play C natural. And that G natural that we're looking for is in 69, nope. 69. Yeah, 69, right at the end, which will be pizzicato here. And that's going to be that low 2 on the E string. So watch out for the pizzicato, but watch out for those accidentals. Now, the last thing I'd like to point out is we have something kind of weird here at 43. We have 2 notes indicated at the same time. All we're going to do is place our bow on both strings. These are just D and the A open strings, and play them at the same time with as much sound as we can. Now, those are all the considerations you want to take a look before you play. I'm going to go ahead and play that for you. You can follow along. Here's the violin one part, starting on measure 3. Not including those rests. 1, 2, ready, go. Stretch up for F sharp. E flat, B flat, 2, 3, lift. Be quiet. It's piano. One, 2, 3, lift. C sharp, lift. C natural, rest, 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 bow. Once again, quiet. E flat, low 1. Louder crescendo, 2, 3, lift, rest, 1, 2, big bows. 3, 4, 1, 2, both strings. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Get a little louder, 2, 3, left. 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes 27. Go. 2, 3. Again, it's piano. Kind of a surprise. Get louder, crescendo here. 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the coda. Open A. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest, 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 rest.